Welcome to the Turbo Ether News, where we're going to get right into it. I am your host, Nick. With me, I have Dimitri. And the first bit of news, Dimitri, go ahead and kick it off.
Nick, were you aware that Nintendo is developing mobile apps now?
Yes, absolutely. I was on top of that.
How do you feel about that? Is that kind of a betrayal?
I was a little sour. I mean, they could be developing this stuff for the 3DS, but they gotta open up the market. They gotta recognize what they may be missing. They can capture everybody and anybody at this point.
Yeah, of course. So now it turns out that their upcoming app, which is scheduled to release in March, actually, is called Miitomo, which is supposed to be some kind of social experiment kind of app type deal that nobody really knows what it does.
Yeah.
But in case you were curious, you can pre-register it on February 17th, actually. So you're pre-registering for an app that you have no idea what it does that releases in March. I have never heard of pre-registering for an app.
It's a very Japanesey name going on, and I think it might be a little bit of a time killer from what I was able to gather from it, but I don't know exactly. I don't know if it's some kind of Sims game that's going on.
I think it's just another example of Nintendo not knowing what to do with online. It's we want to do an app, but we don't know what it's going to do, or, I'm sure they know what it's going to do, but it's they're not really conveying across what it's supposed to do, unless that's on purpose. They want to keep it a little bit of a mystery till it releases.
But you know what my biggest takeaway from it is that you actually get to wear other clothes instead of the generic long sleeve t-shirt and I don't know, what are those, leggings? It was just yeah. It's really cool. I think if I had to put some positive limelight, in which I'll put positive limelight on anything Nintendo, I think that's a cool little feature, and I'm sure that's what they'll have to do to gather, I don't know, microtransactions. I don't know if they're hopping on that bandwagon.
That dreaded micro word. Well, in any case, they said that you can register either a new account, or I think they said you could use your Nintendo ID to register in February. So I'm sure you'll be in February. That's going to be in a few weeks, actually. I'm sure you'll be hopping on that real quick.
Yeah, just as a note to everyone, please just use your Nintendo ID to avoid all confusion,
yeah.
Because it's hard enough to keep everything synced as it is.
Of course. But in any case, moving right along to our second news story, we have a announcement that Hideo Kojima and Guillermo del Toro are doing a keynote presentation at DICE. Which Kojima just recently announced that he was going to be partnering with Sony so they can help him develop some games, being that he just left Konami. And him and Del Toro have tried to collaborate before, which was the much publicized PT demo that appeared and then just as quickly disappeared. So I think this one is legit, although I would still take it with kind of a grain of salt, because if you remember, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah.
When Gabe Newell and J.J. Abrams came on stage at DICE as well to deliver a keynote that Abrams wants to make more games and Newell wants to make more movies, and nothing has happened.
Yeah.
However, that's it's Valve Newell, so I'd be skeptical about anything that they say they're gonna do. But this one looks legit. I mean, we don't know what they're gonna say, but I'd assume they say they just want to collaborate on stuff. But
I think it's very safe to say that they will be working together. I mean, they already kind of got a taste of what they can do together, so at this point people are expecting a game of Lovecraftian tendencies, or would we get a name change? Not Silent Hills, but Quiet Plateaus? I don't know, something along those lines.
And cue the sound. So I think hopefully they have some assets from PT that they can still use. Maybe bring back Norman Reedus into the fold. And maybe there's still some work that they can still salvage from that whole failed project, unless Konami has it on complete lockdown and they can't take any ideas from there.
I guess we'll have to see how it pans out when that time comes, but it definitely is pretty promising, so we shall see. Now, I want to kind of go, how we do every week. We like to do some quirky, news going on. So I want to kick it off with something a little ironic. So an article by Game Informer, which if you guys don't know already is, I believe, owned by GameStop. This clickbait article title, season passes are starting to feel like a scam. Really? Like, come on, guys. Now, primarily, like, developers really know the release schedule of what they're marketing for DLCs, so the thing is that they've been doing lately is there's been no communication on what may be on the season pass while charging, like, just outrageous prices. I can rattle off some games that are really guilty of this. So, Batman Arkham Knight, $40 for their season pass, and it had some expansions that you got to take on like various roles and face like super villains, but like half of it was like skins and racetracks of like previous movies and stuff. So I mean, can you really justify the price? The thing is like you weren't informed about that. You weren't informed from the get-go.
Well, number one, I don't know who would pay for a season pass. I've never paid for a season pass, never had the urge to pay for a season pass, never will pay for a season pass. Second of all, yes, everybody knows that they're scams. And third of all, the source is very questionable. They might as well have released an article saying reselling used games is kind of all right.
Absolutely. It's really messy, like, for them to put it out like that. Now, I have some more that I can rattle off too. Fallout 4. For Fallout 4 to be doing this is really interesting. I mean, and there's what's on the DLC? No idea. I have no idea. No, I don't even know it's $30 though.
Why would you have good faith in a game developer to produce something of value that has like an already kind of questionable track record with some of these developers? I just don't understand why you just give money to them on the blind for like a future product that they probably haven't even started making yet.
It is a rough decision, and don't get me wrong, I am not done there. Like Star Wars Battlefront. Now that was the picture that they used in their article.
Oh no!
Which
getting
that
called
is,
out.
Yeah, totally. $50 for their season pass, but I think they've made a serious recovery. For their thing is $50, but you're getting maps and modes, additional heroes, and additional weapons released steadily throughout the year. That will be. They already announced like particular quarters that they're going to be released on, beginning with March of this year.
That doesn't sound like it's worth $50.
Well.
Like that, those skins and alternate character costumes or whatever, that's like the pre-order that you'd get from GameStop for putting $5 down for a game.
Well, I mean, you're getting additional maps in like some key areas, one of them being fighting on the Death Star.
$50 though, that's like the equivalent of another Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah, it is. But I think the way they have it lined up to release is they will have the last bit by early next year. And then, I think they have like the second game in the works that will probably coincide in releasing with the next movie. So
yeah,
maybe by then it will pick up from what like they were kind of lacking on last.
If you got the money to burn to pay $50 for maps and character skins, then bless you for it. But
it's not actually characters. Well, some of them are character skins, but some of them are additional heroes that you can get in the game.
$50, you better be unlocking new content in a game. Like, at least for BioShock Infinite, when you got the season pass, you got one online multiplayer, like, FPS type game that was whatever. Yeah. But then you actually got 2 extra story modes. So, when I think of season pass, like, I'd hope that there's extra story content that they can provide, not like maps.
Yeah, I mean, it is a primarily multiplayer game, but I think they're doing the best they can, but they should charge a little bit less for that season pass. I think if it was even in the $30 range, I think it would have been a little bit more acceptable. But if we want to make a quick mention on a game that does do it right, Gears of War 3. Now, I believe it was outlined from day one, everything that was included in the DLC and the dates that it was coming out on. You got map packs, items, you got additional horde mode places, and a campaign where you got to play as the final boss from part 1, General Ram. Now that that really made the DLC worth it. And trust me, I ran through all of that by the time it all came out. So definitely a good pickup on their part. But if people can follow that streamline instead of, I mean, I guess my closing thought is, don't make it such a damn mystery at what we're putting down on. It just doesn't make any sense.
Because I would assume they don't even know.
Yeah. At that point, sometimes they don't. Now, I know we usually end it off right here, but I have a little bit of special news, an additional special news that I wanted to bring up. So, Dimitri, are you aware? First off, I saw this on a promoted tweet. I never fall for these things. Like on Twitter. It was just, I was like, what is this? Are you kidding me? Did you hear about a Taco Bell pre-order?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes!
Not gonna lie, I was tempted to actually pre-order it, but then I was like, no, I can't be the ugly fat American that pre-orders a fucking mystery item from Taco Bell. I can't do that.
Well, goddamn it, Dimitri, I'm that ugly fat American, and like, I pre-ordered $3. Now I was like, they made it like such a mystery, like, what are you pre-ordering? And I was just like, I don't know, what is it? And they put this little shiny box like video on their page, and it's like, I was like, wait a second. Obviously, it has to be like a taco of some sort, because it's like $2.99. You can order up to 5. I just ordered 1. Don't worry. And you pre-order it. You get a reminder email. As of this recording, I'm still waiting for that reminder email to complete the pre-order. Then I pick the location I want to pick it up at.
Wow.
Between 2 and 4 today. So, woo, it's happening soon.
Oh, the item is coming out today?
No, the item comes out in 2 days. You're pre-ordering it to get a taste of it before other people to the public.
Yeah, I mean, by the time this video gets posted, we're probably already going to know what it is.
Yeah,
but as of now, we don't know what it is, because I think they're going to reveal it during, the Super Bowl?
I guess, actually, that makes sense. That might be the thing, yeah.
Right.
So
So as of right now, we don't know what it is. By the time this comes out, we probably will know what it is. Maybe it'll flash on the screen right now.
maybe, we'll see. Maybe I'll take a picture of it and post it, but we will see. Like, I'm kind of interested. But this is kind of unprecedented. Pre-ordering like fast food. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, well, Taco Bell is trying to find like a niche in fast food, whether it be like their mobile app, which they were trying to push. You can you can order stuff on there and go pick it up at the store, or their wacky tacos or something. They're trying to be different, I guess.
Oh man. I should have ordered 2 so I could have brought one your way, but I'll just let you know how it turns out. And on that note, folks, we're going to end it right there. Like this video, comment, subscribe. What do you think about all this zany news going on? And go ahead and follow us at Twitter at the Turbo Ether, and facebook.com/turboether. And on that note, folks, may the Triforce be with you. Fucking Taco Bell.